Hi, welcome back to Social Policy. And for this week, we are actually just going to be really working on our paper. So you're going to continue to do your discussion on discussion 10 with your three different posts on 3 different days. But there's no quiz this week. There's no Dropbox assignment this week. You're just going to work on your paper. The paper is due on the 16th, so it is due in a week. And I just wanted to clear something up with the paper. I mean, all I really expect is a 7-page paper that's going to go over social policy, some of the history of the policy, why it came about. And then I want your paper to get into a problem you find with that policy and present a possible solution to that problem. As you remember from this class, social policy is taking a problem and looking for a solution. And so I didn't provide a ton of guidance for the paper. I have the 2 Dropbox assignments, paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 was just to identify a social policy, and the second one, paper 2 was to look at a possible problem with that policy. There's no such thing as a perfect policy. They all have problems. And the important thing is to find the problem and try to fix it. And, if you look at policies being discussed, oftentimes that gets forgotten. That you can take a policy that's not perfect and make it better. But like I said, you're always going to find a problem with a policy. So I'm not looking for a very standardized paper. I just want you to get creative and get into this thinking process that policy can solve problems. That's really the point of this. So your conclusion is your possible solution to the problem you find. And you could spend the bulk of your paper either working on discussing the problem and the solution, or you could spend the bulk of your paper discussing a policy and just have the very end be your discussion on the problem and the solution. One thing I'm trying to do is have you guys get creative with this. When I offer this class face to face, my students do a presentation in front of the whole class. And the last thing that, we want to see is 35 of the same presentations or 35 of the same papers. So I want to see some creativity. So I do apologize for the loose guidelines, but that's done for a reason. People, when they're looking at policies, they're expected to step outside the box and think of something a little different or a little new or something that people might have an issue with. And so, they do tend to get a little creative with this process. So if you have any questions, make sure you reach out to me. I have had a problem with some emails where I got emails on D2L without getting the notification. Usually this box turns red when I get a new email, and I've had a couple come across that didn't light that up, so I got to figure out what's going on with this. But I will make it a point to check on there for any missing emails. If you have any questions, send me an email. I could either meet with you face to face on campus, or I could do a telephone discussion. You can give me a phone number and a good time to call you, and I can get any questions cleared up. So I'm pretty open to doing that. Again, make sure you reach out to me. This paper is worth a lot of points, and like I said, I'm not expecting a very strict paper. I want you to have fun with this. I want you to be creative. This is actually should be a fun class. So again, if you have any questions, reach out to me. And if not, get your paper turned in early. I will go ahead and look at it early and give you feedback. I'd rather you have an opportunity to get a very good grade in this paper. So thank you.